Welcome to another tutorial brought to you by knoxtt.com, enabling organizations through technology. In today's video, what we're going to do, this is the first of a two-part video. What we want to do is install Linux Mint on Microsoft Hyper-V. As some of you may know, Linux Mint is one of the most popular recent Linux distros. It's very user-friendly. Even more user-friendly than Ubuntu. It's a very new system, it's a very easy system to use, and users who are willing or interested in getting to learn Linux, or probably even want to switch from Microsoft Windows to a Linux machine, it's probably a good idea to interact with the operating system, learn the operating system, get familiar with a lot of things before you actually buy a new desktop or laptop and install Linux Mint on it. So this is a good way of doing that using Microsoft Hyper-V, and we'll get into that. So what is the problem that we are facing today? Well, the problem is I want to learn Linux, but where do I start? How can I use Linux without buying another computer or laptop? Suppose I make a mistake and crash the OS. What do I do? What's a good resource if I have questions? I have heard of using a virtual computer, but they take up space. So the solution to these problems is to install Linux Mint on Microsoft Hyper-V, and you can do this on an external drive. So you don't have to use your existing computer hard drive and take up a lot of space. You can actually attach a USB. For this for the demonstration in the second video, I'm going to use an external USB drive. You can use your USB drive, install the Linux Mint on that drive, and so it doesn't take up any of your space on your host computer or your normal hard drive. So the benefits of this is that I can interact with a Linux OS. I don't have to worry about crashing the OS. And what we mean by this, Hyper-V has a nice feature called a checkpoint. You can create a checkpoint as soon as you have finished installing the OS. And so if you crash the OS or you get a virus or something goes wrong, you can always revert to your checkpoint. It's like going back in time. Very nice feature. You save money. You don't have to buy another computer or laptop. You can learn Linux and decide if you want to make the switch. You can also ask questions on the Mint community forum. So these are the simple steps that we're going to do, and we'll save that for the second video. But quickly, in a nutshell, you're going to open up Hyper-V. Hyper-V is available on Windows 10 machines. Then you're going to create a virtual hard drive, of course using Microsoft Hyper-V. We download a stable copy of Linux Mint in ISO format. For that demonstration, we'll be using a version mate 64-bit. We're going to edit the grub file, and we're going to see what that looks like. We're going to use VI to edit the grub file. We'll create a checkpoint that we can revert to. And finally, this is the URL you can always go to join the Linux Mint community. There's some extra resources here. This URL explains how to change your default screen resolution in Linux Mint, or I should say in Ubuntu, but you can do it for the Linux Mint installation. And we're going to see why we need this. The resolution is a lot smaller by default when you install it on Hyper-V, and you're going to have to edit the grub file in order to get a much bigger resolution so that your whole monitor, the OS, will take up the entire monitor as if it were your normal computer. To do this, to edit this grub file, we're going to use some basic VI commands. This video is not going to go into details on how to use VI, but this is a URL that can help you there as well. So that's it for video 1. We're going to start video 2, and we'll get into the actual thick of things. I hope you found this video informative. I'd like to thank you for viewing.